Hi, welcome to Up for Dinner. I'm Anna, and today we're going to be bringing a slice of Italy into our homes with a classic dish, lasagna. It's rich, comforting, and favorite for many. So let's get started.
You gotta cook and you know you're not a chef, but the kitchen shouldn't put you to the test. So put your apron on, turn up the heat, and in a matter of minutes we'll be ready to eat. Up for dinner. You're watching up for dinner.
Alright, so for our lasagna, we'll need a couple of ripe tomatoes, 1 or 2 medium-sized onions, a pound of ground beef, lasagna sheets, feta cheese, mozzarella, a jar of tomato sauce, fresh basil, and a selection of dried herbs. But first, we chop. It's important to know how your lasagna sheets will fit your baking pan. And in my case, I probably will need to adjust it a little bit. So there you go. So I take pretty much 1.5 of lasagna sheets will fit my pan quite nicely. And now we crumble. You take your feta cheese and you break it into smaller pieces to be able to layer it nicely, layer by layer with your lasagna. So just break it nice and even in a bowl, and then it will all come together, just like that. Begin by adding some olive oil, and then adding your onions, and sautéing them until they're golden. Few more minutes and we're adding tomatoes. So our onions are looking beautiful, and I think now is the good time to add the tomatoes. All right, so let's add them in. And we're gonna saute tomatoes, let them simmer for a bit, just like that. I'm gonna bring down the heat a little bit. All right, we're gonna stir in the ground beef bit by bit, and then we'll add half a jar of tomato sauce and let it cook all together for a while, okay? You really need to stir it right in. Just a splash of tomato sauce, it will help me to stir the beef into it. You need to make sure to stir it in really nicely, because that becomes your lasagna meat sauce. And then you can add most of your tomato sauce into it and let it cook. And we're gonna let it cook for about 10 minutes. On the side, boil water for lasagna sheets. Okay, we're gonna add some herbs. Let it cook for a little bit longer. This is looking wonderful. We're gonna add some olive oil into the pan. Dip each lasagna sheet into boiling water for about 30 seconds and then add them into the pan. Now I'm just mixing layer by layer, adding our sauce and sprinkling our feta cheese on top of it. So it's gonna be absolutely wonderful. I'm gonna make sure that it covers our lasagna sheets nicely and evenly. Okay, and we repeat the same step. But first I'm gonna dip these two guys into the boiling water. I'm gonna add the sauce, covering every corner so nothing gets dry in the oven. And then, yet again, the layer of cheese. Finally, the last layer. There's our beautiful lasagna. We're gonna put the remaining of the tomato sauce right on top of it. We're gonna distribute that sauce very nicely and evenly to make sure that nothing gets dry when it's cooking in the oven for about 30 minutes. The very last thing you need to do is just to add the mozzarella cheese. Very beautiful. It's gonna melt so nicely. Okay, and now we place it into the oven. Bake it at 380 degrees for about 30 to 40 minutes until the cheese is bubbly and golden. Wow, the moment of truth, you guys. Let's see. Ooh, wow, that looks amazing. That's what it should look like. Wonderful, sizzling, delicious lasagna. That just looks wonderful. I'm gonna put a little bit of garnish on top. Just our beautiful little basil leaves. Gonna kind of rip them just like that and place them on top of our beautiful lasagna. And there you have it, our gorgeous homemade lasagna that will make any dinner very special. Don't forget to check our list below to get everything you need for this lasagna. It's all about fresh, quality ingredients. Just perfect. Remember, cooking is about making memories. So keep joining me on Up for Dinner for more delightful recipes. Buon appetito!